What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy, Kevin Forte. It's hot in here, damn. It's your boy, Kevin Forte, and we're going to be taking a look today at the Nashville Predators. We've been talking about over the past couple weeks that we may be seeing the Predators as a trade deadline seller for the first time in a long time. And there seems to be a fire sale potential for the Nashville Predators this offseason at the trade deadline. We'll be taking a look at some of the rumors in this video. If you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, you guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And let's take a look at the latest rumors around the Nashville Predators. So let's start things off from the fourth period. Their most recent talk we've been hearing about Mattias Ekholm, Mikael Granlund, Victor Arvidsson. So let's start off with those three guys first. So Mattias Ekholm, right shot defenseman, 2 years left at $3.75 million per year. Yeah, teams are going to be interested in that. Actually, he's a left shot defenseman. Apologies for that. Really solid defenseman, and a lot of teams are going to be licking their chops at the thought of Mattias Ekholm. That contract, the fact he has one more year left on it, so he's not a full-on rental. $3.75 million for this year and next year. Yeah, teams are going to be looking the Predators' way on that one. And some of the teams we've been hearing that have been interested, not really too surprising. The usual candidates looking for left shot defensemen. The Montreal Canadiens, the Winnipeg Jets, the Philadelphia Flyers, which actually surprised me a little bit, and the Boston Bruins. And you have to think the Toronto Maple Leafs are in that question as well. I think Mattias Ekholm, you could probably get him for a pretty good price. You could get him because of the contract, because of the duration, because of the skill he brings. You could probably command a first and a pretty good prospect for Mattias Ekholm. Based off of what his value is, you're looking at one of your top 5 prospects and a first-round pick this year or next year. And I think Mattias Ekholm could absolutely go for that price. Moving on to forward Mikael Granlund, who has also generated a lot of interest. Again, he's on a 1-year deal. He's a little bit cheaper, so his cap flexibility is very high, very easy guy to move. And there are a couple teams in on him as well. We're hearing once again the Boston Bruins in the conversation, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Pittsburgh Penguins, which actually surprised me a little bit, and the Carolina Hurricanes. So I think what's interesting is Pittsburgh and Carolina. Now, Carolina does need another forward, so that makes sense. But Pittsburgh's interesting because I just made a video earlier this week talking about potentially moving a guy like Evgeny Malkin, but they're trying to add as well. So this just shows how inconsistent it is right now, how we don't really know, especially a team like Pittsburgh, where they're at. Do they really think they can make the postseason this year, or do they really feel they should be a seller? And we're going to start to see that take form this week. I think Mikael Granlund would be a great fit for any of these teams. Again, low cap hit, low salary, so you could bring him in for a pretty easy, you could find a way to maneuver him into your lineup. He can be a top 6 forward. He adds scoring. He can play center as well. Just a very versatile player. Mikael Granlund will definitely have a lot of suitors closer to the deadline. And now, we've started to hear rumors. I talked about this last week, but now we're getting official conversations from the Calgary Flames. I actually posted this. Actually, no. Did I post the Flames video yet? I thought maybe I did yesterday. Maybe I will today or earlier this week. Victor Arvidsson generating interest from the team that I mentioned earlier this week, Victor Arvidsson to the Calgary Flames. The Calgary Flames have keyed in on Victor Arvidsson as a guy they have been talking to the Nashville Predators about. So we've heard those links, and now it's become a full-on rumor. So we'll see what happens there. If it materializes or not, I don't know. But it's interesting that I mentioned that earlier this week, and now we're seeing the Flames indeed in on Victor Arvidsson. Elliot Friedman to cap things off with Filip Forsberg. He mentioned that the Toronto Maple Leafs have been linked to Filip Forsberg. Now, I don't know how they get a $6 million cap hit in. Maybe there's a lot of minutia with, Nashville retaining a lot of that. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Timothy Liljegren and a first-round pick going to the Nashville Predators for a guy like Filip Forsberg. And I think we could see that absolutely happen. So it's going to be interesting. I think Toronto sees themselves as a buyer this year. They see a window now where they can win a championship before Freddie Anderson leaves and God knows whatever else happens to the Leafs. This is the year for Toronto, and Filip Forsberg would be a great addition to that top 6. I love Zach Hyman. I love some of those guys they have in there. Pierre Engvall. They aren't Philip Forsberg, though. We can all agree on that, right? So that is it for the Nashville Predators. We're going to hear these rumors over the next couple weeks. I talked about the Predators earlier this week, but I think, an updated look is always good. We're going to be doing a lot of videos this week into the trade deadline. After the trade deadline, the videos are probably not going to be as rapid, but now we get closer to the deadline. I have a lot to talk about with you guys, so I'm going to let you guys in on everything around the league. Trade rumors-wise, signing-wise, we talked about Jordan Binnington this morning about him signing with St. Louis Blues. So, guys, if you want to stay up to date on all our videos, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. Guys, Goal Line Hockey beanies. DM me at goalline_hockey if you're interested in one of these. It's got the 1K patch on the back as well as the Goal Line Hockey logo on the front. So if you're interested, DM me at goalline_hockey. And make sure to subscribe as well onto our Instagram or follow, whatever the hell it is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's go Preds.